This is Couples Court with the Cutlers.
This is the case of Crawford versus Alejandro. You all have been together for 3 years. You have one child together, and allegations of cheating are destroying your relationship.
That's right.
Mr. Crawford, why have you brought your girlfriend to court today?
Well, I brought my girlfriend today because I recently canceled our engagement because I feel like she's been cheating on me. I've been seeing things on her phone that no man should see. And basically, I just want to find out she's cheating on me.
All right. But if there's cheating going on, you're done.
I'm gone, honestly. I feel like I've done what I can, to try to hold on to our relationship. I give her my entire check. Every Friday I give him my whole check. I say,
you hear that, Mr. Cutler? He gives her his entire check.
Your Honor.
You're making it hard on the rest of us now.
I do it honestly because, I work in the kitchen, so I do more than 42 to 45 hours, a week, depending on they give me overtime,
He gives me his entire check only because he knows he does not know how to manage money.
Yeah, and I admit that, and that's why I give him my check.
Not what, no. Let's be very clear.
Yeah.
There are a lot of men who know they can't manage money and they don't give a piece of the check.
True.
So the fact that you have a man who earns the money, recognizes he may not be so good with the money, and turns it responsibly over to you, who handles the money, is huge.
Yeah,
don't underrate that.
Yeah, and I appreciate that. I don't down him for that. He does work hard. He does a lot for me and for my daughter.
What are you here to prove today?
I'm here to prove that I'm not cheating. I feel like I get blamed for a lot of stuff. He doesn't give me a chance. He will pick up my phone, look at my phone, and be like, I know you're doing something.
Tell him why, though. Tell him why.
But how can you know that I'm doing something just because you have that feeling? Because that's what he says. I have a feeling you're doing something.
No,
what do you find it on her phone?
All right. So I basically took her finger one night, put it on her iPhone. You know
and
what I mean?
I get no privacy.
It's not privacy.
That's why I get no privacy.
I have nothing to hide on my phone. She said,
I have nothing to hide neither. He knows my
I'm like
passwords.
this, take my phone. You know what I mean?
Well, wait a minute. So you took her finger. And opened up her phone. I'm still there. And what did you find?
Well, I had nothing. Okay, she got basically fake Facebook accounts. I go on the pictures, it's random people, it look like a model with big boobs and everything. I'm like, this not you. And then I go on her messages, and then I see her talking to her ex-boyfriend about sexual things and stuff like that. While the hours that I'm at work.
That wasn't on Facebook. I feel like if you're not gonna treat me the way I'm supposed to be treated, somebody else will.
Yeah, but I take care of her like I should for her to treat me right. And when she don't treat me right, that just gets me mad because I'm like, I do everything I can.
Have you ever heard the saying, 2 wrongs don't make a right?
Yes.
That does not work. And it sure doesn't work going to another man who you've had a relationship with and say, this thing I'm in right now, it ain't working. Because that's an invitation like, well, how's it look, Mr. Cutler?
Tell me how you feel.
I feel badly. Mr. Cutler's not treating me right.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I know somebody who can treat you right.
Who can treat me right?
Come on, let's talk about it. And then the music starts.
And then the music starts, that's right.
Right.
So if you got a problem with him, it's not a problem with your ex, it's a problem with him. And you go back to him. Now, you may have to cool off, but cool off doesn't mean get hot with somebody else. It means cool off. What are the warning signs you have, Mr. Crawford?
Well, one of them would be our sexual life, when it comes down to being, I feel like I throw myself on her and she doesn't want me.
He said the right keyword right there. He throws himself at me. He doesn't do nothing romantic. He will literally come up to me and be like, let's have sex, right now. That's it.
Well, Mr. Crawford.
And I'm like, okay.
And you're not feeling that?
No, that's boring. Who wants to? Let's have sex right now.
Oh, man.
In order to have sex with her, I gotta massage her feet.
You gotta do something.
Where's
You
my
gotta do
massage?
something.
Wait. Where's my massage at?
Here's the thing. It's nothing wrong with a good foot massage.
Come on.
I'm just saying. But every time to bribe me for sex, I have to massage your
You gotta
feet.
do something. You gotta, tickle my arm.
But do you initiate it?
Yeah.
Never. She never says, hey, babe, you wanna have sex? Look.
It's always you initiating.
Always because
he doesn't initiate.
He
just tries.
That's just me.
Do something romantic, take me out to eat. Then get drunk or something, go home, and then maybe a little.
What do you do for him?
What you mean romantically? Everything.
Do you initiate it?
I kiss.
Do you give him a foot massage as a prelude to sex?
Hell no. But she also says a lot, most of the time when we argue, she says that she's gonna leave me for another guy and that another guy's gonna raise my daughter, and I'm like, I do my part as it is, to take care of what's mine.
Okay, so have you already picked the next man out?
No, it's
Probably got a couple on the line.
I let him know, like, cause he feels surreal. He feels like I'm not going nowhere. That's his main thing that he always
I don't
says
need
to
her
me.
going
He should
nowhere.
feel that way.
Stay home, watch my daughter. That's it.
Yeah, of
Shouldn't he
course.
feel like you're gonna be there?
Yeah, of course, but that doesn't mean you're gonna treat me any way you want to, and I'm gonna stay because you feel that way, because you think, oh, if you leave me, I'm not gonna be able to do nothing without you. He feels like if he leaves, I'm gonna be stranded.
So you use the threat of being with somebody else to keep him in check,
Yes,
to scare him.
That's not scaring me. That's just making me want to find out more.
But
that's
Mr.
why I'm
Crawford,
finding out.
here's the other side of that. You've got to make her feel like she's special. You got to treat her like a queen. Are you doing that?
I mean, no, I'm not.
Because you talk about how much you work and provide for your family, which is good.
Right.
And here's the thing, love. Money is great.
Right.
Money
But it ain't everything.
That's right.
And so you have to do little things to let her know that you care.
I do. I try to be a family person.
Hold
That's
up.
my
See, there you go. You're not listening.
You're not listening.
You're jumping in already. You got to listen.
What's hot is you leaving a little note on the bed in the morning. I appreciate you. It's leaving something in her coffee cup like, I'm leaving something you sweeter than what you gonna ever put in this cup.
It sounds corny, but I'm telling you, it works.
Yeah.
It works.
Why y'all have been together for a long time?
That's it.
Exactly. Why do you think she's cheating?
Right
All right.
now.
So, like I said, I do my dirt at nighttime. You know, I find out everything I need to know at night because that's the time she sleeps, and sometimes I don't have time to sleep. One night, you know, I'm getting a guy calls her phone. I answer it. I start while she's sleeping. I start talking like a girl. You know, like, yeah, who's this? He's like, hey, how you doing?
Wait, what does that sound like?
Oh, I'm like, hello, like, you know. I ain't gonna lie, he honestly fell for it. So like, he was telling me, he was like, listen,
It
I
was
want to
1:30.
see you again. You know, I want to be with you. I'm like, so honestly, to me, I feel like they had sex because on the phone he's talking about, oh, I had a great time, this, that, and the third. I'm like. And I asked her, and it's always, And he was like, oh, when can I see you again? And I'm like, oh, tomorrow, whatever. And then he's like, I see you, and click. You know,
Right.
so I'm like, I asked the next day, who's this guy?
So it's the see you again part that's getting you because that means, one, she's seen him,
Yeah.
and they're making plans to see each other again.
I worked overnight, I worked night shifts. So he asked me, like, oh, do you need a ride? You know, I'm a cab driver, I'm about to leave too, and you're about to get off your shift, so I could drive you home. I said, hey, why not?
What kind of ride did he give you?
A taxi ride. He literally gave me a ride. We talked the whole ride. Yeah, we had a conversation.
And that's her all the time. It is there was another story too that I wanted to mention, where she honestly sits there while I'm at work during the hours and sits there and talks to this guy.
How do you know this?
Cause I have proof. I have proof right here.
Ron, would you grab those for us, please?
Thank you. Your honors.
Thank you. And these are messages that you found on her phone using her finger to swipe.
Yep.
And she writes, like, I'm not coming unless we blank type blank. He said, you said you wanted to. And she responded, so we established that, right? He says, yes, that we were with it, blank blank. Another man, I don't know if you were still down because you're bringing the baby.
Mr. Alejandro, why are you sending messages to a man about
I'm not
you
coming
said
unless
you
we...
wanted to blank?
Honestly, I have no excuse for that, but it was all talk. I was mad
But
at
we
him at
want
the
you to be
moment.
honest.
Yeah, it was all talk. I was mad at him at the moment, and I just decided I didn't do nothing with him. It was just really a conversation.
And what was this conversation? That you were planning to come see him,
Yeah.
that you were bringing the baby with you.
Yeah, he was asking me if I was bringing the baby with me.
No, at the end of the text, he said she was on her way over there. He's like, I'll see you later. To go
And it
see her.
says, I didn't know if you were still down because you bringing the baby. He didn't ask you to
Yeah,
bring the
he didn't show you all the text messages. He had asked me before, and he asked me if I was gonna bring the baby. I was like, I don't know. No, he asked me if I was gonna come. I said, I don't know because I have my daughter, so I'm not trying to like go nowhere. And that's why he said, but I don't know if you're still down because you're bringing the baby. I was like,
No, that doesn't even make sense.
Well, if you're going to do some
shouldn't be
blank
doing that
type
in the
blank,
first
why were
place.
you bringing the baby?
it was really all
Just
talk.
let me
Like
know.
we was just
Like-
conversating back and forth. Nothing was actually like I was never gonna.
How would you
take
feel if
action
I
on
did that
nothing.
to you, though? You know?
How would you feel if he did that
I
to
would
you?
be mad, of course.
You
I
would be mad or you be, beating me up and breaking up with me. The only reason why I'm honestly together, I love her to death, and I have a beautiful 6-month-old daughter with her.
All right,
You
so
know?
you've seen text messages, you've caught phone calls. Have you ever caught her with another man?
Oh yeah, there was one. Okay, so we live in New York City. I went to I followed. She told me that she was going to drop off some boots at her friend's house. So I said, go ahead, go do your thing. I followed her on the train all the way to Times Square. When we get off on Times Square, her ex-boyfriend is standing in the front with a bicycle, and I'm walking up like, I recognize that guy, because he don't like me neither, you know? So I'm like, obviously, because I'm with her, you know? So I'm like, all right, whatever. So then he points me out, like, isn't that your man? She turned around and vanished, like, she ran. Like, I'm like, and I couldn't even find her. I'm like, yo, where she went? Like,
So you caught her red-handed in Times Square.
oh, she could
With
tell
her
you because she
ex-boyfriend.
ran. She saw it. She knows that I was there.
Okay, honestly, I went to him because we was going through some stuff, you feel me? We didn't have no money, so my ex-boyfriend always used to give me money for no reason. I knew I was gonna tell him, but I'm like, if I tell him, I know he's not gonna let me go. He's gonna get upset.
All right, wait a
So-
minute.
So
Hold
I told
up.
her I was singing- I
Wait,
was
wait,
on the
Miss
train.
Crawford,
Hold on.
I want you to be
I'm sorry.
quiet. Now, me and Mr. Color been around the block, through the block, over the block. So we know grown men don't give grown women money for nothing. Now, he may not be collecting his payment just when he gives you the money.
Like a down
But-
payment. Like an installment plan.
Yeah, it may be layaway,
Yeah.
but he's coming back to get something one day, because that's how this thing works. So with all that information,
Why did you run?
no, that's not the
That's not the
question.
question?
No.
He said, you want to know
Hey,
this too.
don't get ahead of yourself.
All right.
All right.
What's the question?
The question is, did you sleep with your ex?
No,
You have not slept with
No.
your ex since you've been with Mr. Crawford.
no.
Or any other man.
You know, I'm thinking it's not something good going here.
I think we've heard enough testimony because what we have here is Mr. Crawford says she's always throwing up the fact that she's going to meet up with an ex, that she
Right.
slept with an ex, that she's got men calling her phone late at night. She's meeting her ex in Times Square to receive gifts from him, and then when she sees Mr. Crawford, she runs. This court has done a full and complete investigation to determine, is she cheating? At this time, the court would like to hear from private investigator Todd Redding. Ron, would you please escort Mr. Redding into the courtroom?
Yes, Your Honor. To the witness.
How are you, Mr. Reddy?
I'm fine, Your Honor.
Thank you for
good to
being
see you.
here.
Thank you.
The court ordered Ms. Alejandro to submit her phone for examination. Did your team examine her phone?
Your Honor, our team member found over 892 deleted photos. And out of those 892, 4 of those deleted photos happened 2 days ago at 1:18 a.m.
Go.
Okay. And so what we have here are the deleted, whoa.
Uh-huh.
These are very up close and personal pictures.
These could be used to teach an anatomy class, actually.
Yes, ma'am.
This is a lot.
Crazy.
So who did you send them to?
To him, he has all those pictures
I ain't
he
gonna lie, I
recorded.
got some news, but I didn't get no 890. Like,
Those were what, 2 days ago, right?
Ron, would you hand these to Mr. Crawford? Did you take these photos?
see those?
Well,
I'll take
I've
mine.
seen them, you see them.
Yeah.
Okay, those are ones you took. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, well, that explains that.
Mr. Redding, did you recover anything else?
Yes, Your Honor. There were 2 very graphic deleted videos also.
Yeah.
You push it. I don't want to push it. All right.
These are videos of
The
very
same
up
thing.
close and personal videos of
I think I know what you're talking about.
Oh, okay.
those are videos that you took.
Yeah, I think so, probably.
All righty then. Well, that's grown folks' business. Y'all grown. So in addition to the phone check, a member of your team also conducted a polygraph of Miss Alejandro. Is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
And you have those results?
Yes, ma'am. I have those results with me.
So Miss Alejandro was asked, have you had sexual intercourse with your ex-boyfriend during the 3 years you've been with Mr. Crawford? What was her response?
Your Honor, her response was no.
What did the polygraph determine?
The lie detector determined that she was being truthful.
All right.
So far, I see smiles.
Still one more, I think, right?
It's relief. What I see is relief and smiles, yeah.
Miss Alejandro was asked, have you had sexual intercourse with any other men during the 3 years you and Mr. Crawford have been together? What was her response to that question?
Her response was no.
What did the lie detector determine?
The lie detector determined that she was being truthful.
I told you. Miss Alejandra,
Yes.
I am so glad you were telling the truth. You all are a cute little couple.
Thank you.
And I want that little baby to have this cute little couple raising her. So what I'm gonna say to you all is this. Communication and grace is so important. Grace doesn't go, oh, you messed up, let me show you what I can do.
Yeah.
That's not what grace does. You don't want to say something to each other where you're so hurt that it leaves a scar.
That you can never unsay. We have counseling resources available for you. Please take advantage of those. As we say in this courtroom, don't cheat yourself out of a chance for a good relationship. Court is adjourned.